All right, so this video is from Badgeplug. All right, so basically Badgeplug, I'm guessing maybe after he seen Joe Knows make his video, he decided it was about that time. You know what I'm saying? It was about that time to make his. So let's go ahead and react to his as well. I actually want to see what Badgeplug has to say, because Badgeplug has been as critical as I have been on 2K, but I've been hearing that, you know, Badgeplug be getting banned and all kinds of things. So I know his relationship is really, really rocky as well. I don't even know if because I remember last year, I think Badgeplug was asking about Community Day. Now, obviously, me myself, I haven't asked about a Community Day in a couple years because of something that had happened in a prior Discord. You know what I mean? Like I really never even talked about what happened, but I felt like, you know what I'm saying, I was attacked and I was, you know what I'm saying, like solely focused on and stuff like that. So I don't even really be, you know what I'm saying, like talking about that type shit. So, but I definitely want to see what he got to say about this shit. Let me see.
The 2K community is starting to get interesting for the first time in a very long time. I'm sure most of you guys have seen Joe Knows posting on his main YouTube channel saying that things need to change, giving ideas on how 2K can implement a way to make it easier for the community and newer players to get into the game, and I love it. There are only 3 YouTubers in the 2K community right now that still actively post Park with over 1 million subscribers. 1, Double H. 2, Joe Knows. 3, me. So now that there is 2 people.
Oh shit, Grindr don't post no more? Is Grindr don't post no more, y'all?
Using our voice, as I will be today and as I have been for years, maybe things can change. Of course, people are going to laugh at it. You know, people laughed at Joe, and you guys see now, if you watch his video, what's been happening to me for years. I've been laughed at. I've been called a grifter, whatever it is. Even people now questioning why I've not made a response, some people, to Joe's video. Like I have to make a response to that or something. But shout out to the majority of people that knew before even making this where I stand. My loyalty has always been with the community, and you guys already knew that. And even if 2K did invite me to something in the future, that still would not change any way that I feel. I've always stood up. So it's crazy to me how some people have responded recently. I actually just recently also looked into and estimated how much money I've lost. And it's probably about $100,000 since I've started my career for being what I am, the voice of the community, or trying to be. All right.
Hold on. Wait a minute. What do you mean you've estimated that you've lost $100,000? Are you saying that because you are someone who is critical on 2K that potential deals that came across your table weren't signed or didn't go through because of that? Or is this something as far as like how much money you spent on the game? You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Done this for almost 10 years now and not been invited to anything, as you guys know. So it's just crazy that it was even questioned. And at the very, very minimum, I've lost $50,000. Okay? Please understand that. This year.
Hold on. What? I'm fucking lost. How the fuck did he lose $50,000? Was it a tournament? I gotta keep watching, because now my brain is like, what the fuck did they do to him? Hold on.
I lost a deal that was $15,000 because of my relationship with 2K. It was turned down. It was declined. Before we really get deep into this, I do want to give some context for people that have maybe never heard me say it or are new, but I have played this game since I was literally a child. I've loved this game for a very long time. Before I ever made $1, I loved 2K. Obviously, it's changed a lot, okay, over the years. I've played since, I think, 2K8. It's clearly changed a lot, but I still do love it, and I still, of course, have faith that we can change things. We can make things better. This isn't even necessarily about 2K27. It's about the future. And like Joe said in his video, I was in the group chat where there was like 35 creators added to it. About half of them didn't even respond. A good amount of them, when they did respond, they didn't take it serious. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We've talked about this a million times. We're not going to go over why it is the way it is. But even the people that did, like he said, were kind of, this is what I think we should do. This is what I think we should do. And I was like, hey, that's a good idea. I can go for that. That's a good idea. I can go for that. You guys let me know what we're doing, and I'm here, you know?
Hey, chat. You know who they didn't add to that group chat? Yeah, man. They ain't add me to the group chat, man. I feel out of sync now, man. That's why I'm so lost on this shit, man. You know, I need to start getting in them group chats, man. Hey, chat. I'm gonna tap in. I'm gonna get in them group chats real soon, man.
I put all my cards on the table. So maybe in the future, things will change. Maybe Double H will make a video. Maybe other big creators will say something. But I just want to let y'all know that I'm not going to be making an update to each and every person's response. It's just really awesome that Joe started this discussion and used his main platform to do it. So that's what I'm going to get into today. We're going to touch on some of the things he said. I'm going to expand on some of the things he said and give some ideas I think that's realistic for 2K to change the game. Again, microtransactions are a part of many, many games' business plan. All right, their business model. 2K is not just going to go, all right, enough people have complained. We're going to take microtransactions out of the game. Builds are going to be free. They would lose millions and millions, maybe even into the billions of dollars. Okay, we've talked about realistically, over 10 million people have bought 2K26 this year. I talked about it in my last video. There's only about 200,000-ish people that watch YouTube creators. We know that because the biggest YouTubers in the 2K community average like 100K views a video. So even if everybody was to boycott the game and say, don't buy it, that's like 100,000 people. 200,000 people if every single person didn't buy the game.
That right there. That's what I call putting numbers behind the meaning of things. So what he just did was he broke it down perfectly. If 2K sells 10 million copies and content creators across multiple platforms only peak at 110, 150, maybe 200K views maximum on every single one of their videos or every one of their outlier videos. That's the max. That means out of 10 million people dropping the bucket of being able to get the word out to others to say, don't go buy the game, boycott, do this, go that, go this way, do that type thing. That's, to me, that's like, fuck. Look how far away the goal is. You know what I'm saying? In order to, like, this is no longer a what can the community do to make 2K change. It's more so we just have to literally give 2K ideas and hopefully they implement them. Like, that's what it sounds like to me. Like, it sounds like if we say, hey, please give us a vote for our VC that carries every year. If everybody bands together and say, hey, we need a vote. We need a vote. We have our 2K IDs. We have our emails. Give us a 2K VC vote. Please let our VC carry over. Please let our VC carry over. That's the only way to get their attention. Boycotting and making videos about boycotting won't do much because so many people are still going to buy the game. The game's going to go on sale. More people are going to buy it. It's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? So
there's still millions of people that play my team, play now online. They play offline. They play my GM. Okay. So how can we really actually have a good chance to get some sort of change into the game, to get some sort of win, right? This is the beginning, okay? Things can keep going. But I think, again, like Joe was saying, we have to be able to benefit both sides. We have to benefit 2K to change something and the community. And now I've got ideas again that I'll be expanding upon from Joe's and also adding some of mine as well. I think making the game free is a very realistic idea. Okay, let's say the game is $80. Now it is $0. All it takes for 2K to recoup their $80 loss is for a person to make one build. One build. A build is like $80. All right. So imagine the chance. Now we're going from 2K sells around 10 million copies a year, 10 million people playing, whatever. They buy it on sale throughout the year, to maybe you got 30, 40, 50 million people buying the game a year. And if just half of those, let's say we go up to 20 million and half of those people turn into customers, now you got 15 million paying customers instead of 10. So
I'm sorry, Badgeplug. I'm going to go ahead and have to stop you there, my boy. You're losing me, man. You're losing me. That does nothing for the consumer. That literally does not. Chat, I need y'all to understand something. If a video game costs a certain amount of money every single year and they drop every single year and they've been selling more and more copies every single year because more and more people play video games every single year because more and more people want to possibly become creators and streamers every single year. Everybody wants to beat their best friend every single year. Everybody wants to make more builds every single year. Making the game free does nothing for us. Just because you made the game free. His take on that is make the game free and recoup your money off of one build. But what does that do for the overall problem that everyone is going to have? At the end of 2K, when that year is over and you have 475,000 VC sitting inside your account, what the fuck are you going to spend it on? What are you going to spend it on? What's going to happen to that 475,000 VC? Poof. Because guess what? You're moving on to the next game. You're not going to go back, not unless the next game is just absolute dog shit, which 2K hasn't had that happen in quite a while. It's been years since the previous game has been better than the last game. It's been years since that has happened. So why tell a company to make a game free when they know they're going to sell copies anyway, and they give away copies as well? Like, let's not be fucking stupid here. 2K, if 2K sold 10 million, they probably gave away 500,000 to 1 million. Easy. And I know y'all probably like, how? That's crazy. You got content creators, you have press, media, you have devs, you have people's friends and families, you have movie stars, athletes, musicians, you have who else? Other enthusiasts. Like, they give away a lot of copies, well, not copies, but codes to multiple people. And the crazy thing about that is now that we're moving into the code era where discs and things of that nature are about to be finito, bro, they sending out massive digital codes. They can spawn a code and make it a game. Out of thin air, they could just spawn a game. Like, so just imagine, like, why would they lose the 80 if they could just spawn in and make 80? They spawn $80 out of thin air. They're not going to do that. And it does nothing for us. You have, like, I want to listen to his response and see what more he has after he says the game is free.
You've got a bunch of people that are able to get in the door now. As it's been talked about before, the barrier to entry is the phrase for 2K is really high. You got to spend $100 for the game, $100 for a build to get your clothes, to get your Gatorade, to get your boost, all that. Now, Joe talked about this in his video, being able to start as an 85 overall. Your first build automatically being able to go to an 85. I think 99 is honestly fine as well. I don't see any reason.
2K Interactive don't care about none of it. GTA about to drop. You know what's crazy, K-Sounds? Like, so in my brain, right, I just listened to Badgeplug tell 2K make the game free and recoup your money for $100 build. He didn't say anything about us. He just told 2K how to make more money on a back end to go from 10 million copies sold to potentially 15 to 20 million players to get through the barrier or the door to entry. Where's for us? Okay, you just told them make the game free and get more players. But what about the players? Us. Yo, over here. Hey, yo. Like that, man. Fuck, bro. They've been training us on microtransactions until they master how to get us. Now that's a fact. That's a fact. That first time viewer is crazy.
And why 2K can't give your first build a 99 overall. Now, I'm not saying the game has to be free and your first build a 99 overall. It could be one or the other. It could be both. Either way, though, that's another way to get people on the game. 2K is not able to tap in to this little base, a big base they got, because people can't get through that barrier to entry. So if your first build is free and you're able to actually get on the game and try it, and then you like it, well, now you increase the chances. You've already got someone on the game that wouldn't even have got on the game before that. But now they have a chance to buy another build and then buy another. You know what I'm saying? It's going to snowball. And that's how we grow the community instead of keeping it around where it's been for years and years. 10 million sales, 11 million sales. That's where they've been for years now. One idea that was brought up in the chat about this was that people may abuse, making a new account and having a new build. I don't think that is likely at all, especially if 2K continues down the path they have been with the rewards you get in the rep rewards. So the cap breakers, how it makes your build way better, all the rewards you got, the clothing, you've grinded your hotspots, all these things that are on your player. You don't want to make a new account and be at 99 overall with no cap breakers versus your other account that's got 10 cap breakers. I don't think that's something that would be abused at all as long as 2K keeps going down the path they are. And again, to touch on the first build being free, that wouldn't just help new players, that's helping everybody in the community. Now, I also want to talk about the way cap breakers have been set up this year on 2K. We just talked about September builds and how they are, they get bad throughout the year, but not necessarily this year on 2K26. And it seems like they're probably going to make cap breakers even better in 2K27. So you can create a build and just make it better as you go through the year. You get your one free build and you can continue to expand upon that build with your cap breakers giving you, 7 driving dunk for 1 cap breaker as you keep playing the game. Now you might be asking, well, what does that do for 2K then if someone gets on the game that they got for free and then they have a free build and they don't make another one, they just keep playing the game? They are a literal still customer for 2K. So are all these new people as well. 2K, I don't know, can't tell you exactly how it goes, but they've been partnered with Gatorade for years now. Gatorade goes to 2K. They probably have a multi-year partnership, and 2K says, hey, 10 million people buy the game every year, and this is how much people play. This is how much they're going to see it. This is how much money we want. If you want to be in the game, pay it or don't. All right, so Gatorade pays that fee. Now, imagine 2K has grown their player base from 10 million to 20 million. They can get a lot more money per advertiser on their game saying, hey, 20 million people can now see this versus 10. And also, these are new customers as well. These are people that have never been blasted with these ads. They're not really ads. You know what I'm saying? Like you see Gatorade, you see Nike, stuff like that in the game. So even if someone gets the game for free, has a build for free, and does nothing else, they're still a customer. They are still making 2K money. Now, I think another thing that 2K could easily...
Okay, so I get what he's saying for sure. I definitely get what Badgeplug is saying. He's saying if we can up the player base, 2K can leverage that to make more money from sponsorships and partnerships activations and stuff like that in game, and even maybe even IRL to the fact to the point where they do things like community day and stuff like that. They might not have to come out of pocket as crazy as they think, but essentially a customer is someone who spends money on said product. Those new players are not customers. Those new players are just that, new players. Those people came in with a no entry fee, a 99 overall build, and they might just play that the entire time. So you just told 2K from the 10 million copies that they sold last year, they're going to lose the 10 million copy sales, right? Then they're going to lose another $100, well, 10 million times 100 off of everybody's new build. So that's 10 million times 80 and 10 million times 100, or let's just for shits and giggles, 10 million times 150. You just told 2K that they're going to lose that to gain a bigger player base. So that, I don't know if that's going to work. I don't know if 2K is actually going to go for that option. That's actually the nuclear option. That's the, everything's good. You know what I'm saying? The weather's great. You smell that? You smell that on the air? That's beauty right there. I think that that's actually the nuclear option. I don't think 2K would actually do that. I don't think that they would do that because they're losing out on too much upfront money. You see what I'm saying? Like, in order to get all money on the back end for microtransactions, that's all a plus. Because we don't know how much 2K pays a brand to put in their game, or if 2K is getting paid, or if it's a licensed partner by the NBA and they just have to deal, because that's a thing too. We don't know how many players are on contract that have to be paid. We don't know how many players are on contract that have to just give up their likeness. We don't know all the nuances. We don't know how much 2K spends yearly in order to even run the game. They have employees to pay. They have shareholders to make sure are happy. It's a lot to make that well-oiled machine go. And I just don't see them giving up $10 million sales of revenue, and the potential of those 10 million sales of revenue to be build people, to create not only one build but multiple builds. I just don't see them doing that. That's just my take.
Really easily is make the actual VC earnings about 2 to 3, probably about 3 times better. So when you play a game in the park, you get like 300 VC or something. Imagine now it's about 1,000. So a build is 375,000 on average in 2K26. So 375 games will give you a free build because you get 1,000 VC per game. If you play in the rec, you're going to get, let's say, 5,000 VC per game. So it's going to be way less. That's like 80 rec games or something like that. Less than 100. That's like 40 hours of gameplay, which is a lot of gameplay. But now you actually know, as a player, I can play the game and earn a build or two throughout the year. Earn a second or third build from completely just playing the game. And again, that is going to be more playing time, which also increases your chances of purchasing anything in the game. That's how it goes for all games. That's why social media tries to keep your retention as high as possible. Or video games like Call of Duty, they want to keep you on the game because it's very obvious if someone is playing the game longer, let's say 2 hours a day versus an hour a day, well, that person is more likely to spend money. This has been an idea for a while. Recycling builds is a great idea, okay? Now, when you recycle something in real life, if you buy, a can of whatever and then you go to recycle them, you obviously get way less, okay? 2K is not going to let you make a build for, let's say, 375,000 VC and then delete it and they give you all your 375,000 back. No, they're not going to do that. But that would be nice to get like 100,000 VC back, 150,000 VC back. You're not able to play on that build anymore. You are going to recycle it. Just like in my team, the example that Joe gave, when you have a card, you can buy a card and then you can get rid of it, but you get something back for it through the auction house. And, you know, there's ways to be able to sell your cards and get something back for everything that you put into that. You're not necessarily going to get the, you know, the max amount, but you're going to get something back. You don't get anything right now in the park mode. Another good idea that I want to expand upon was being able to get...
let's talk about that for a moment. So obviously I'm a person who doesn't put any money into a build that I'm not going to use. I don't go out and just delete builds and stuff like that after creating them. So I know that that really won't do much for me, but I do get the scrap and demolish logic. So I'm sorry, K-Sounds, you got to listen to this if you're still here. I play Star Trek Fleet Command. If I build a certain ship and I don't want to wait for the scrap time to get back the little bit of rewards that it kicks back, I could demolish it for zero, for nothing. Just get it out of my tray, get it out of my slots, all of that. I could just demolish it. Basically, that's what we're doing with 2K. Every single time we don't like a build and we're at our max cap of how many builds we can have, we actually demolish the build and get shit back for it. We don't get anything back for it. So I understand that, and I do actually like that idea for those who create 1,000 builds, but that's not somebody like me.
A free build, because at Legend 1 this year, you're able to get a free build. Okay, so that has been approved. I think that what 2K should do is give you a free build at the start of each new rep. So maybe not rookie 1. Let's say they start the game out. Rookie 1, you get a free one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Starter 1, you get a new build. Up to veteran 1, now you're going to get another build. Most people hit veteran 1 towards the end of the year. Okay, a decent amount of 2K players, but not really millions and millions. So it's still not going to give that many free builds, but it's going to help. It's all a snowball. Okay, a good amount of people hit veteran 2 this year and last year on 2K. You guys know that watch my videos. I've called veteran 2 the legend for people that have a life. You know what I'm saying? Veteran 2 is where you get the second to last +3 cap breakers. And it's like veteran 2 to legend 1 is just very few people hit that legend 1. But a good amount do hit veteran 2. So starter 1, you get a new one. Veteran 1, most people are only going to get 2 new free builds. Maybe even 1. But still, it's 1 more free build. And again, that's going to increase your playing time. It's going to increase your chances to spend money. That can help 2K. That can get new people in the door. It incentivizes you again to play the game. We both win with these ideas. So guys, that is it for me. But one more thing I do want to say is, you know, I encourage other creators to make a video on their main platforms. Maybe even just make a tweet about what you think can help 2K and help the 2K community. And you're not gonna risk anything. You know, you're not like, don't buy the game, and you're gonna be okay. All right. And guys, everyone that's watching the video, please let me know what you think about this video, and also what you think we can talk about, what we can add as creators to the discussion to maybe make change. And also, my last video it got copyrighted, so it does not get pushed out by the YouTube algorithm. So if you guys want to click it right here, it's where I play from black plate to red plate in the wreck. You can check it out. It's a 2-hour movie. I'm out of here. Click it, tap it if you want to.
Okay, so Badgeplug had a couple good ideas as well. But it's not enough. Out of everything that I heard from both these guys, they didn't come up with anything that's going to help the consumer. I think when they think, you know, community, they think of everybody that's, you know, a part of 2K and stuff like that. But really, we are supposed to be talking about people who give 2K money. We have to talk about 2K consumerism before we talk about the community as a whole, because I'm going to be honest with you. When it comes to being a 2K consumer, as a content creator that's supposed to be, you know, you know, all things 2K, you know, as far as like opinionated videos, knowledge, tutorials, builds, gameplay, all of that, I may spend the least out of everyone. This was the first year where I spent a shit ton of money on 2K. And I'm gonna let you know now, it wasn't really a shit ton. Actually, I'll do this for y'all. All right, when did the game come out? Game came out 2025. All right, let's do this. All right, I spent $134, so $135 on NBA 2K26 Leave No Doubt Edition. I spent $77.61 on 39 NBA 2K26 level skips. I spent $80 on level skips. On that same day, I spent $150 on 700,000 VC. All right. I spent $20 on the Hall of Fame Pass Season 2. I spent $20 on the Hall of Fame Pass Season 3. I spent $20 on the Hall of Fame Pass Season 4. I spent $20 on the Hall of Fame Pass Season 5. I spent $20 on the Hall of Fame Pass Season 6. I spent $23 on 12 NBA 2K26 level skips in May. I spent $10 on the NBA Season 7 NBA 2K Pass upgrade because I'm guessing they gave me a pass. I only spent $10 on in June. Same thing with the Season 8 NBA 2K26 Pass upgrade. I only spent $10. And that is it. That's all that I've spent on 2K. That's the high end of my 2K journey as far as spending.